In today's video, I'm going to show you how I took these Dollar Tree wall shelves and turned them into a bunch of different pieces of home decor. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Liz if you guys are new. For today's video, I'm going to show you how I took Dollar Tree's wall shelves and turned them into home decor. Dollar Tree carries a bunch of different wall shelves like this. They have this size, they have a skinnier, longer version, and they have like a square shape that comes with two in one package. So I'm going to show you how I took a bunch of those, turned them into some really pretty Christmas decor, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. For this DIY, I grabbed the longer, skinnier wall shelf out of all the options that they have, and I cut the sides down so that the sides do not have the holes in them anymore. So you're just going to go ahead and cut those off. I'm going to start by painting that piece with my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I just gave the front and the sides one good coat. You can paint the back to make it more finished. I didn't, just for time's sake for today's video. I'm going to set that to the side to dry, and then I found these Merry Christmas letters at Hobby Lobby, and they were $2.99 on sale for 60% off. So I thought this was a really great deal, and I'm going to start by staining these with my Waverly Wax and Antique. I'm just going to use this like you would a regular stain, putting the wax on and then wiping the excess off. Next, I found these wooden Christmas lights in the Target dollar spot. They were $3 for a pack of 4, and I picked up 2 of them. I'm going to take 4 of them and paint them with my Waverly chalk paint in moss. And then for the other 4, I'm going to use my Dixie Belle Barn Red. Once the paint is all dry, I'm going to take some gold rub and buff on a small detailed paintbrush, and I'm going to go along the cap of all of the light bulbs and paint the sides and the top of that light bulb with that rub and buff. I wanted the top of the lights to have that shiny metallic gold look to them, and I think the rub and buff does a fantastic job. You could also just use some gold paint if you wanted, but this is what I had on hand right next to me, and I think that it turned out really pretty. With that pack of letters from Hobby Lobby, it also came with a pack of eyelets, and I screwed 8 of these into the bottom of our sign, and I measured about 1 3/4 of an inch between each eyelet, and I just went through and screwed all of those in. Next, I'm going to take some twine, and I tried to measure all my twine about the same length. I'm going to string that through the little eyelets at the top of my light bulbs, and I'm just going to tie a knot around each light bulb at the bottom. Now, I've set out all of my letters to spell out Merry Christmas on my sign, and I tried my best to space them out as evenly as I possibly could. I'm just using my super glue wood glue that comes from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue all of my letters down. Now, once those letters are all nice and dry and stuck down there, I'm going to start stringing on my light bulbs. Now, originally, I was going to try to have these all match up as best as I could in length so that they were just all nice and straight across. That didn't quite happen, so what I ended up doing was having the green light bulbs a little bit shorter in length than the red ones, so you know, all the green ones were just a tad bit shorter, and I love the look that it gave to them. So all I'm going to do is just string these through the eyelets, tie a knot, and then I will trim off the excess twine that is on the top of all of these. Lastly, I'm going to screw in 2 more eyelets on the top of the sign so that I can string some twine from it and use it as a door hanger. You could, hang this on the wall, hang it on a door. You could even hang this between a wreath. But this is it for this DIY. It's one of my favorites. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. There's a giveaway in today's video. I am choosing 3 lucky winners to win some Christmas crafting supplies, maybe some Couture kits like a countdown to Christmas, and some Christmas houses that I think are so much fun and I absolutely love them. So I will leave all the details on how to enter in my description box, but I really quickly want to mention this happened in my last giveaway video where I had some scammers go through and comment on just about every person's comment. So make sure that you are looking at the reply. If it has my picture but does not say Liz Moore Decal and Decor next to my picture, it's not me. I won't ask you to text a number. When you win, I will post it on my community page and I will reply to your comment, but I'll ask you to email my company email. So just keep that in mind. Don't fall for the scammers text at this, you know, the texting as the name. That's not me. Make sure that you read the description and make sure to check my community page. I will be choosing 3 winners Sunday, December 11th. So make sure on the 11th to go check my community page and I will have the winners listed there. So keep that in mind. Every time I do a giveaway, I have those scammy comments, so make sure that you're not responding to those and that you're only responding to mine, and it will have my name next to it. So once again, all giveaway details are in my description box. Make sure to check that, and let's go ahead and jump into our next DIY. For this DIY, I'm going to take 2 more of these long, skinnier wall shelves. I'm going to start by removing the twine that is knotted through all 4 holes, and I'm going to use my wood glue super glue to attach both of these wall shelves together, making one larger piece. Next, I found this Galvanized Noel sign that came from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove that hanger and I'm going to take it to my garage and give it a couple coats of this satin heirloom white spray paint from Rust-Oleum. I'm going to take my Hello Christmas paper pack that you can purchase from my website, and I have this red snowflake pattern that I think is so pretty, and I just cut this down several times so that it would fit onto my sign. I'm just using a glue stick for this. By all means, use some Mod Podge if you'd rather do that, but I found that the glue stick worked just fine and just as well as when I used the Mod Podge, and I just glued both of the pieces that I cut down right onto my sign, and then I trimmed off any excess with an X-Acto knife. Once the paint on the Noel sign was all dry, I took some super glue to the back, and I'm just going to center that as best as I can on the front. I'm going to take some ribbon that came from Hobby Lobby and I'm going to tie this into a really simple shoelace type bow just by taking 2 loops and tying those together, and I'm going to hot glue that to the top of the sign, covering up that hole in the Noel, and then I just glued my tails down so that they had a little lift to them, and that is it for this DIY. I think this turned out so cute. For this DIY, you are going to take 2 packs of the smaller wall shelves. Now, these come with 2 in each pack, so you're going to have a total of 4 pieces. I'm going to start by assembling a little box. So again, I'm just using that wood glue super glue, adding some glue to the ends, and then forming a box. Once that is completely dry, I am going to start adding these half beads that I purchased from Amazon. You can find these in my Amazon store linked down below, but I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and I'm going to use these half beads to cover up those holes. To give it a little bit more stability, I took some tumbling tower pieces that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue these into each corner. I want to make sure that my box isn't going to fall apart, so this just adds a little bit more strength to your box. I'm going to paint this with my Waverly chalk paint and plaster. Mine was a little bit too thick, so I did water some down, and I'm just going to paint the entire thing with one good coat of this color. Once that's dry, I'm going to take my gold rub and buff, and I just took that on a paper towel. I'm going to go over all of those beads that we put on, and I just buff that right on top of there. I'm also going to go along all the sides and the corners to give it a little bit more definition, and I wanted an extra little pop of color, so I just went through and kind of used it to distress my piece a little bit. But I love the way that it turned out, and I love how it looks with this tree that I purchased from Hobby Lobby sitting right in it. I think it looks absolutely adorable. For this DIY, you are going to take another pack of those smaller wall shelves. Now, I took the two pieces that it comes with, and I decided to glue these together. I wanted this piece to be a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to glue those right on top of each other. Now, we are going to take some more of these half beads that I have from Amazon, and I just add a little bit of glue and then add my half bead, and I'm going to go around all of the edges of our stand that we're making, and I will just continue this until all of the beads are covering the edges. I have these finial caps that come from Hobby Lobby. I am just putting some glue on the ends, and I'm going to be using these as feet for this riser, and I just glued one of these over each hole on the bottom. I'm going to paint this with my Waverly chalk paint in moss, and I'm just going to paint the entire thing. You want to make sure that you're getting in between all of the little cracks from the beads and making sure that everything is nice and covered. And then just with my finger, I'm taking some more of this gold rub and buff, and I am just buffing this onto the beads that we put on. I also put a little bit on the feet, and I just add a little bit more dimension to our piece, and I think it turned out really cute. I love having these risers for all of my decor because it gives a different height to other small pieces. Everything isn't just, all sitting on one shelf and all the same height. You add a level of dimension to it and a different level to your pieces, which I think is really fun. For this DIY, you are going to take one of the small wall shelves and then two of the larger wall shelves, but you are going to cut them down so that they are all different sizes. You want a small, medium, and a large. For our small one, you are going to take some wood filler and fill in those holes. I'm going to paint each of my pieces with my Waverly Wax in Antique, and I'm just going to brush that on, wipe it off like you would a regular stain, and I'm going to do that to all three of our pieces. I also picked up a couple candlesticks from Hobby Lobby. These smaller ones come in a pack of 4, I believe, and I am going to use my wood glue super glue, and I'm going to glue 2 of these together.
While that is drying, I'm going to take a larger candlestick that also comes from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to give this one good coat of our Waverly Wax in Antique. And then as soon as that is done, I'm also going to do the same thing to our other candlesticks that we glued together. Lastly, all you're going to do is assemble your tiered tray. That is what we are making for this. So I am going to be using a mixture of some clear Gorilla Glue and our super glue, and I'm just going to stack each board. I tried to make sure that the candlesticks were centered as best as I could and that everything was nice and lined up in the middle. Glue your candlesticks to each board, making 3 tiers, and that is it for this one. I think this turned out so cute. If you know me, you know that I love my tier trays and I love decorating them for every season. So if you're looking for an affordable option for a tier tray, I think this one is really fun.
That's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which project was your favorite in the comments down below. Also, if you guys have not signed up for my monthly subscription box, December is Valentine's themed. If you want to make sure to get a Valentine's themed craft kit with a wooden craft kit and Valentine's themed scrapbook paper, make sure to sign up for my monthly subscription box. I'll leave that linked in my description, or you can head to moorevinyldecals.com and shop there. I'm also going to be coming out with some Valentine's themed tier tray sets soon and some more Valentine's themed scrapbook paper, so keep an eye out for that towards the middle to end of December. I will be coming out with those shortly, and I can't wait for you to see them. I think they're super cute, and I love Valentine's Day. I love all the pink and the hearts, and it just makes me happy. It makes me feel the love in my house. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. It means the world. Give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.